guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Breathe the Stylist. If you are new here, welcome. Please tell a friend, and subscribe on that red button down there below. So guys, without further ado, I want to teach you guys about table manners. Table manners. I'm so irritated by people who don't have table manners, and I think that's why you can see me with all this. I know you guys are wondering, okay, she's teaching us about table manners and there's nothing on the plate, there's nothing in the serving dish, and there's nothing in the jar. Yeah, I know, but I'm just basically teaching you the basics of a table manners, and I'm not teaching a wide thing, but I'm just teaching basics, just normal basics that you guys need to check on, because actually there are so many things that you guys do that are so irritating. And you know something, I don't want Brim Nation to irritate anyone when it comes to table manners. So guys, tip number one. Okay, I have my phone here because I've written everything down because I didn't want to forget anything. That's why you can see me with my phone here, and that's why I'm checking down, because I've written everything down. So without further ado, number one, please don't stuff your mouth. Tip number one, don't stuff your mouth. Stuffing your mouth is like putting a little food in your mouth. It's honestly irritating when you're invited somewhere, not even when you're invited somewhere. Like for instance, in my family, I'm always with my husband, and there's Alicia and there's Sharon. Okay, there's Alicia, Sharon, and my husband. Okay, my kids are still there, but I'm teaching the firstborn on how to eat, but she's still too young. You understand? But I'm just saying things that I would find very irritating if maybe I find any of my family member doing them, or just seated around with people and I find them doing them. So tip number one, stuffing your mouth. Stuffing your mouth is like you scoop a lot of food, like you have to chew like this. That thing is irritating. It's irritating. Please just scoop little food. You understand? That you can just, without someone noticing, like you're, please, you'll even get chopped. Honestly, you'll get chopped. So don't stuff your mouth. That is tip number one. Tip number one, and also on tip number one, okay, honestly, I don't like people that talk with food in the mouth. That is tip number two. I don't like when people talk with food in the mouth. But if you have to, that's why I'm saying, like, don't stuff your mouth. If you have to talk with food in your mouth, you like cover your mouth. And that's why I'm saying, like, don't stuff food in your mouth, because if maybe you need to talk, you have to talk. Cover your mouth, because you'll respond when covering your mouth, but your food is not like so stuffed like you'll struggle to talk. When you have little amount of food in your mouth, you'll not struggle to talk. So number one, don't stuff your mouth. And then number two, don't talk with food in the mouth. That thing is irritating. Please, I really hate people that usually talk with food in the mouth, like maybe I'm talking to my husband, babe, I was saying, that thing is irritating, honestly. It's so irritating. So don't talk with food in the mouth. And if you do have to answer someone, please cover your mouth, like, hey Brie, I was saying this and this and this, and make sure your conversation is short. Like, okay, then you swallow and then talk. So tip number one, don't stuff your mouth. Number two, please don't talk with food in the mouth. And if you have to talk, cover your mouth. Don't spit another person's like, if you have a lot of food in the mouth, you'll end up talking, and then you'll end up spitting some particles of food in another person's plate. And also, food in the mouth is usually ugly. So honestly, it's going to make someone feel like vomiting. For instance, if I'm seated with you now, unajibu with food in the mouth, honestly, you'll make me vomit. Please, it's an ugly thing. Honestly, even me, I'm married to my husband, but I won't talk with food in the mouth. Okay, I do love him without conditions, and he also does that for me. But there are things that food in the mouth is irritating. Talk, if you have to answer, cover your mouth. Tip number three. And yes, tip number three. Have you ever sat with someone? Okay, imagine this is a cup of tea. Okay, this is a cup of tea. So if this is a cup of tea, utapata mtu anakunywa chai. I really hate that thing. Aki, please, usivute. And then you'll be causing attention on everyone. Everyone will like look at you. Kwani, what is wrong with you? Okay, sorry, disclaimer, I have young ones in the house, so that's why you can hear there's a baby there. Yeah. Anyway, so please, that manners has to stop. Even if the tea is hot, let it cool. Let it cool, please. Don't cause attention. Don't cause attention on the table, mana. On the table, please, bana. Hiyo kitu inauzi. Ati unasema uji ni moto. Uji ni moto for who? Please, let it cool. Aya, tip number 3. Chew when your mouth is closed. Chew when your mouth is closed. When I say chew when your mouth is closed, it's like chew like this. Don't chew. Showing people what is in your mouth is honestly irritating. So don't chew with food in the mouth. And also another thing, please have a silent chew. Have a silent chew. That is tip number 5. Have a silent chew. Like, you understand? Don't chew like when you're chewing and you're removing voice. That thing is irritating. It's irritating. Give a silent chew. A silent chew. Honestly, a silent chew is very important. Another thing, don't use your serving spoon. Don't use your eating spoon to serve. Let me tell you, there's another day I invited someone in my house. I think a year back, I invited someone in my house. And do you know what this person did? That day, I had prepared prawns. So it was dinner. We had prepared prawns, and then I invited someone in my house. So when I say don't serve with your eating spoon, this is what this person did. So we are like eating, you understand? And then he wanted to add prawns on his plate. Do you know what that guy did? And then it's someone that I respect so much. So nilishindwa kumwambia, but niliudhika. But then niliudhika na nikashindwa tu kumwambia. Like the person, this is your feeding spoon, and then you scoop from the serving dish using the spoon you are eating with. No one wants to eat your saliva. Please, we don't want to eat your saliva. So please, 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 don't use your eating spoon to serve food. It is bad manners. Do you know we had cooked prawns? That day we prepared prawns. Actually, miss kuzikula tena. How would you eat with your spoon? It has saliva, and then serve from the serving dish using your serving spoon. It is bad. Ata kama I'm with my husband, okay, with my husband I can do that, but I'll not do that when I'm having Elisha and Sharon around, because they don't want to eat my saliva. Honestly, I also don't want to eat Elisha's or Sharon's saliva, and I also don't want them to eat my saliva. So I'm not going to use my eating spoon to serve. Bad manners. Always use the serving spoon, and if it's not there, ask for a serving spoon. Please, atutaki kula mate yako. Actually, that person really irritated me, and I never told the person because I felt like if I told the person, maybe it would look bad. But I really got irritated. Another thing, guys, don't use, please, guys, don't use, sorry, guys. Another thing, please, guys. Let's say, for instance, I'm using my hands to eat. Let's say I'm eating chicken or something that is bony, something that has a bone. Please, if this is my meat, I'm eating my meat, and I'm done, and I feel like adding another meat. Please, you see, you've used your hands to eat that bone, okay? And now your hands are dirty because the meat is, sticky and all that. If you need to add another food here, please, can you scoop a towel? Can you scoop a towel like a serviette? Wipe your hands and then serve with clean hands. Actually, I don't know if you guys are feeling me. Actually, you're eating a bone here. This is a bone. Your bone, probably you'll touch it. You'll have some saliva go to the bone, or even not only even the saliva, like the soup thing is on your hands, and then because you still have the soup because the bone is wet, you use those wet hands to serve. Honestly, it's irritating. For instance, I do that, and maybe Elisha or my husband or Sharon wants to serve food. They'll have to like I just did that, and maybe someone else, like maybe my husband, has not eaten and they want to serve food, and I've already held this thing with dirty hands, like with a soup thing on my bones. You see, if I scoop food here, this serving spoon is going to remain with soup, and it's going to be sticky, honestly. So you guys will end up like, you see, eating that because maybe the bone, you put your saliva there and then you put in it on the serving spoon. Honestly, it's bad. So if you've used your hands to eat, wipe with a serviette and then scoop. But please, don't use dirty hands on the serving dish, because honestly there are people who maybe we have gone to eat and haven't washed my hands, because I know I'm going to use a spoon and I'm going to use a fork and a knife. So I know if for example I don't wash my hands, I'll not need to touch. I'll not need to, because I'm using this, I'll not need to wash my hands. For instance, I'm saying that is an example, because you're supposed to always wash your hands before eating. Even if you're using the knife and the knife and the fork, okay? So if you use your hands here, you put your dirty hands here, and then maybe I didn't want to wash my hand, or I've washed my hands, you'll force me back to go wash my hands. So please, always never touch the serving spoon with dirty hands of soup on your buns, the ones you eat your buns with and all that. Please, that thing is irritating. And then another thing that I find so irritating is another thing that I find so irritating is while you're on the table, let's say you've had your meat, and then you are like removing toothpicks. Sharon, can you let's say toothpick? Sorry for that. Sorry for the disruption. So let me skip that one. So this is what I'm saying. Let me skip that one for now. And no, I'll not skip it. Let me just do it. So when you're using toothpicks, please cover your mouth. Please cover your mouth. Any moment you're using toothpicks, we don't want to see that ugly show of your teeth. Like beans zimejaa huku, you're full of beans or maskuma ama mayai, and you're like, that thing is ugly. Na edition is kono kifanyia hiyo. And by the way, edition doesn't do that. Sorry, sija kuchomea but tufanyage hiyo. Anyway, please don't do like this. Unatoa maskuma. It's ugly. It's an ugly show. Every look at the I'm such a pretty woman, and then I'm just seated in front of my husband's friends, and I'm like, that thing is ugly. Do like this. If you can't do it, if you're done eating, go do it aside. But if you have to do it on the table, like, you understand? Cover your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Please, usitufanyie. We know you've eaten meat, so we don't need you to. That thing is irritating, honestly. So cover your mouth when you're using your toothpicks. If you can't, go aside. And even if you are outside, even if you're on the side, please still cover your mouth. It's an ugly show for someone to do like that. Not only for women, even men. Please. And another thing is avoid pouring food on yourself. Let's say I'm eating soup, and then when I'm eating, I'm like, I'm not careful. So napata, like, look, I've done makeup on myself, and then I'm eating, and then soup is pouring. Like, I'll even destroy my makeup. And then another thing, it looks ugly. It looks like you're so greedy. Just eat, scoop, and be careful. Like, especially when you're taking soup, you do like this, then you put in the mouth. But not, you're going to make yourself dirty, number one. Number two, you're going to destroy your makeup. And then number three, it looks like you're greedy, you're gluttonous. It's a thing of being glutton, you know. It's really irritating. And then another thing is, please don't blow your nose when people are eating. Don't blow your nose like every time you're eating, or you're using your handkerchief. Okay, yes. Please, can you excuse yourself and go do it aside? Because there are people who will feel like vomiting. I can't imagine eating and someone is like, what? That thing is irritating. Honestly, if you have to do that, excuse yourself, go to the washroom and blow your nose in peace. But don't do it in front of people. Or don't, even if you're using a handkerchief, okay, you can, but if you know it's too much, could you just go there? We don't want to feel your makamasi. God, that thing is ugly. You're getting now woody. Don't blow your nose in front of people when you are dining and all that. Another thing, don't spit your food. Let's say, for instance, there are pieces of meat I don't like. So I eat something and then I find like it's something that I don't like. Don't do. Don't spit. It's ugly. if you're seated and you're with people, would you please take a serviette or the towel that you've been provided with, and then cover it, and then like you understand like what I'm saying, Sharon? No, just leave it. Like take your serviette and then like put that piece of meat or that put of food in your serviette, but cover and then put it on the table. But don't that thing is irritating. Please, if you know that I'm going to invite you in my place, you need to watch this vlog, because there are things that I cannot stand. If you do that, I honestly leave the table and I will go and you'll just honestly just don't do that. Don't make me feel like leaving you on the table. And then another thing is, please don't lean to drink. For instance, nimeka juice. Sawa. If I'm putting juice or tea, make sure you put to this place, for instance, here. But don't fill it and then you are drinking like this. Like a dog. You understand? So don't lean on the table like this. That thing is irritating. Could you just lift your glass and take your tea, take your juice, take your water, but please don't lean like this. It is ugly. Then another thing is sorry, I said I'm checking down because I've written everything down. Let's say you're eating with. Okay, would you put your nose down, please? Please, baby girl. Another thing that I'm saying is, please don't make noise with your spoon. Let's say, for instance, you're eating with a knife and a fork. Don't like make too much noise. Don't do that. It's irritating. You're causing a lot of attention. Please don't do that. Can you just wait, please? Don't do that. Don't make noise. It's bad. It's bad. And then another thing, on this a part that I forgot to tackle when I said don't use dirty hands to hold the serving spoon. Also, for instance, this is my serving jar. So I've eaten bones and my hands are dirty. And then my hands have soup or they're dirty. And then I'm taking the jar and pouring water in my glass. And then I leave it like this. So you see, I've left this jar with a lot of dirt. So if someone else wants to serve, they'll feel like yuckish. They'll feel so yuckish to hold the jar, because it has soup and all that. It's going to look so ugly, and guys, that is wrong. So those are just two basics. I'm just giving you small, simple basics to do in your home, not only when you're being invited somewhere else. And let me tell you another thing. If you don't know how to use, for instance, you're going to a place and you don't know how to use a fork and a knife, okay, I will just tell you honestly, just use your hands. Don't struggle. Kama hujui kutumia fork na knife, just use your hands. Because now, will you not eat? You will fail to eat because of people. You can't fail to eat and you're starving because of people. But please, Tico Digital, we are in a digital world. So you guys will need to know how to feed using a knife and a spoon. Using a knife and a fork, you'll need to know that. If you don't know that, for now we're excusing you, but you need to know. So next time, these ones are just things that I was teaching you, basic things that I was teaching you that you can just do in your home. But next time, I'll come with a napkin, with a plate and a fork and a knife, and then teach you how to cut, how to serve, how to put your fork and knife once you're done eating, to say you're done eating, how to serve with the dessert, how to do what. I'll teach you all that on the next one. But today, I wanted to teach you just basic and normal things to do at home. Okay, so guys, I think I've given you small basics that can help you, because you guys really embarrass yourself. And let me tell you something. Some things you do can never be forgotten. People will be like, wow, nani huyo jamasi alikuwa nakula vibaya. That person was eating too ugly. You understand? Talking with food in the mouth is very irritating. You're going to spit your saliva or particles of food in another person's plate. So please, guys, watch on that. Watch on that. Guys, please, don't be that person who will be invited somewhere and everyone will end up talking about you. Guy, did you see how that guy was doing? Did you see how that lady was eating? Did you see how that man was You know, it's a bad thing to be known with a bad image. It's really ugly. It's not a good thing. So guys, work on that. Honestly, work on that, because those things, those small details that you ignore will never be forgotten. And let your eating represent you. Like, don't make people say, hey, huyo kimuita hautakula. Mimi kama mimi say honestly, there are people I can't invite to my place because the way they eat. Hey, mtu atakuuthi atu, you'll just get bored. But anyway guys, I hope I have educated you on something, and I hope you've learned something. And I've told you, next time I'm going to teach you how to use the napkins, how to use the fork and knives, how to show you're done eating, how to do this and this and this and blah 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 blah. So guys, see you on the next one, and remember to subscribe on that red button down there below. And please tell a friend about my channel, guys. And I do appreciate for your love and support, and I don't take it for granted. I do appreciate a lot. Thank you guys. See you on the next one. Bye bye.